Well, look, we're really pleased to get the 4 points. Round one's really important. We all come off big summers and full of hope and expectation, and we thought we're in really good shape, and that was proven. Huh? How are we going over there? No, you're right. Slow start. Look, I think you've got to admire the Eagles. And we know paper teams mean nothing, but the reality is they were depleted in some areas, like particularly in midfield, and I thought the way they come out and took the game right up to us, and but in the end I thought our preparation and our total teamsmanship in the end was quite dominant, and probably there were signs well before half time, but we just couldn't hurt them on the scoreboard, and they scored pretty easy. So once we tidied a few of those things up, I thought our third quarter was dominant, and there was a real arm wrestle in the last and opened up a bit. So a lot to like, but a lot to improve on.
Too much midfield ball for them, do you think?
Hey?
Too much midfield ball for them, do you think?
Oh no, I mean it's 38 entries. I don't think that's an enormous amount. I just thought they made the most of some opportunities early, and you know, look, some free kicks. That's 8 shots from free kicks is, I don't know, what's that, 25? It's a third of their score. So I think I'll look at our defenders and have a look at that. Was there any undiscipline? But that's an abnormally high number. What's that? 40 entries, 20% of their entries resulted in free kick goals. So I'll have a look at how we're sort of playing that, and if we can improve that, because you wouldn't want that to continue, would you? You know, so. But other than that, it was a hard-fought contest, and in the end, we're slightly the better team.
Ross, I know you don't like to talk about individuals, but Jonathan Griffin's effort in the ruck most of the night, and ended up to Dan Cox in the third quarter when he switched over.
Yeah, well, I certainly like to acknowledge individual efforts, except to say they're also the product of a lot of hard work from teammates around them, you know. So I've got full faith in John. He really stood up last year, and that's why we're really excited when Aaron and John were going to be in the team together. And you know, seeing Aaron playing our front half a fair bit would be, you know, fantastic for us, and we'll see that at some point. Just not at the moment. But I thought John and Kepler as a tandem were really effective against, you know, he's pretty special ruckman, Cox, and then a young Lysette.
Hayden Valentine's injury?
Yeah, it was just really late. He's quite ballistic, isn't he? So we're talking about subbing him off, and then he threw himself around for a few tackles, so he sort of knocked his shin and a cork in the calf, so we subbed him out and put on Cam.
He should be fine in 2 weeks.
As far as I know, yeah. There's no red alert here, but until, gee whiz, these guys sitting next to me, they could walk in after they cool down, and, you know, soft tissue and corkies and all those things. So as we said, we come out relatively healthy.
You understand Matthew Pavage is on report?
Is he? Yeah, is he? Luke might be able to tell me. I've got no idea. Yeah.
What's wrong with the incident?
As always, I never see him.
Ross, how do you spend the next 2 weeks now? Unfortunately, a week off before your next game.
Yeah.
So what difference do you do in your preparation for the next game? You would go and have 1 week off.
I hand them over to our strength and conditioning team to prepare them physically. We'll give them feedback on their football, what we did well, where we need to improve. So, I mean, we've handled, in a sense, 6 months off. So I think the respite would be good to repair after the first one and get going off and a travel. So, you know, we like to win away, so we'll set ourselves to win away.
I think the big body nature of the midfield is becoming a factor in games. David's 192, Michael's 191, Matt Fox about 190.
Yeah, my personal choice is for big men in the midfield, and they're big, you know, they're big men and contest the ball, and they spread well. So I think Geelong have proven that, you know, Collingwood of Pendlebury and Swan, and these guys are big and big contested ball winners, so we really value it.
Across the whole competition tonight with the Bengal game, what sort of message do you think you sent out to the competition?
Oh, I'm not too sure, to be honest. It's hard to know what other people think, but I think they'd say we're a competitive AFL team, that when they play us, we'll be competing strongly.
Ross, how pleased were you with the pairing of Stephen Hill and Dave Hughes?
Well, again, it's hard, you know. I've got these two guys with the medals, and everyone contributed in their own way. And I thought it was a real across the board. I think we had a couple of standouts that are sitting here next to me and John, but I think those other two sort of played their part at the right time, you know.
David, how are you feeling in your form now? I mean, you look like you're hitting your strides, but how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty good physically. I mean, we're only one game into the season, so it's a long year and easy to get ahead of yourself. But I think tonight was a really good step forward for the boys. Obviously, our first quarter was a bit ordinary, but I think after that, we really played how we like to, and yeah, midfield hit was really good.
First time the Glen getting medals ever been split. What's that like to share it with mine?
Yeah, it's a great honour to win it. I think mine was made out of a Coke can and Mick got the real one. No, obviously it's a great honour to win the medal, and I was just pleased to get through the game and get the 4 points, really.
Michael, West Coast's depth is still talked about as one of the best going around. I mean, despite the injuries, how did you feel? How competitive were you guys against?
Well, I think the first quarter spoke for itself. They came out and probably hunted the ball a lot more than us and caught us not so much on the back foot. We were prepared, but I think they executed a lot better and gave their forwards a really good chance and probably kept us in it a little bit with a few missed chances. So they really deserve the credit they've got over the summer and the back end of last year to be looked upon as a real top 4 threat. So you can take not a lot away from them because their depth is phenomenal. To be able to lose 3 or 4 of their main movers tonight and be in it up to their eyeballs the whole night.
Knowing that reputation that they have, though, how much confidence do you guys take out of what you just did?
Oh, we really focus on Fremantle football first, and we focus on the things we can control, and that's the 46 guys on our list, and then come game day, the 22 guys playing their role, executing their role, and I think we saw some really good examples of that tonight with Ryan Crowley on Shuey, De Boer on Hearn, and John Griffin. A lot's been made out of Aaron's injury, but for John Griffin's a fantastic ruckman and a fantastic competitor in his own right, and a great guy to play with. So that's what's really pleasing from my point of view, and I presume Ross, is the fact that we focus on our football. And is it?
Yeah. Keep going, mate. You're terrific.
I think we're super impressed with what the 22 could deliver on tonight.
David, can you just explain what happened at the end of the medal? They only had one on today.
No, it was a bit of a joke.
David, it's the first time both you and Michael have started the season fully fit since 2010. You're happy with the way you two have worked together over summer, and I suppose you're excited about the prospect of the whole season together? Yeah,
absolutely. Obviously, training all summer makes a big difference, and hopefully we can stay injury free throughout the year and really build on the chemistry in the middle, not with Mick, but with everyone in there. So.
Ross, on the night when Pavage was held from goalless, how
I was it?
how pleasing is it to see the forward line function as they did in
Yeah, well, I think we always talk about David Parkin, who coached said forwards kick goals and see goals kicked, and I thought Matthew played his part in seeing goals kicked tonight. And, he had a fair amount of shots on goal, and he'll only get better from here. So.
And the rest of the forward line, how did you
I thought they were ordinary early, to be honest, and then they worked into it, so they've got a bit to work on.
So early, Ross, was it a case of the contest they were giving all the way the ball's kicked to?
Chicken or the egg, how do you know? Sometimes you just got to take what comes. Do you know what?
Ross, do you think there's...
Sorry.
Do you think that the slow first quarter, do you think the last NAB Cup against the Western Bulldogs, they were a half-ranked team over? Do you think a harder get out in that game may have prepared you better at the start?
Honestly, I don't know. We were really confident coming in. We ticked all the boxes. It's never going to be exactly what you want. You're always going to find a hole somewhere, but there's certainly no excuses for us. Home derby. We take great pride in representing our members and fans. We play with intensity and passion, and that's all I know that we did. And we walk away, bank 4 points, and I know it's an old saying, but we do bank them, and now we've got to keep trying to bank them. So we'll move on really quickly from here to the Western Bulldogs and our next challenge.
Have you figured out the Eagles? That's 2 games in a row where you've kept them really low inside 50s. Have you tactically kind of...
No, I wouldn't think so. As I said, I think we've dipped our lid in the manner that we needed to for the way they went about it. They're going to grow from here. I wouldn't suggest, round 9 derby last year, I don't think you asked that question. So we've just got to keep improving, we move on pretty quickly. From next time we play them, there'll be 8 or 9 changes in each team, and that's just the way, the nature of league footy. The only constant is change, so we're all got to keep improving. Thanks, guys.